All
right, great.
Yeah, because I'm just going back to it because last week Pete was saying, because Pete brews beer, right? And his process, if I can remember correctly, if I understood it correctly, is that you have to stop the process at some point. Otherwise, what was it called? Pasteurization. So, if he doesn't stop the process, then the yeast will keep eating the sugars or whatever. And so it doesn't become the product that he wants it to be. But if these bubbles are forming in the bottle, who controls?
Yes, so it's kept they're all kept in a very climatized environment.
Yeah.
Extremely climatized environment. And you have somebody, or generally, if it's a method traditionnel and it's a sparkling blanc de blanc, they'll have, and it's a big produce, then they'll go around with machines and do it if it's the bubbles are created within the bottle. But with champagne, that is a no-no generally, where they basically hand, to a certain degree, they hand turn the bottles at a certain time, at a certain day.
So it's like nurturing a baby.
They
like
nurture. It's like nurturing, a baby, like nurturing a plant. Like, and they just turn it, 4 or 5 times a day at a certain time, and it's in a climate environment, and it's just it's sitting on like yeast, and it just ferments, it creates.
Hey, we had this.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Yeah. Pete brought up something interesting that okay, you're creating something, and you're selling a. Look at you just drinking that wine. Right? You're selling something that you stand behind, and everyone loves this particular wine or thing. But then you're actually finding that it gets delivered to a business, and the forklift driver has to like load it into. Oh hell yeah, hell yeah. There's a section of the. Where it falls out of your hands into the land of the actual bottle shop. That they actually mess up alcohol by not storing it correctly.
100%.
Yes, that's right.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes, all the time. Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity.
Please do.
Like, my pet hate. Okay, you go into a restaurant and you see the best bottles of wine or champagne on the top shelf under halogen. Are these halogen?
Yeah,
halogen lights
affects it, doesn't
right?
it? Yeah.
It's the worst possible thing you could do in bottle shops, in restaurants, and if beer is stored incorrectly in a very it's hot here. The product can be completely ruined.
Compromised. Yeah.
So the brewer or the wine person has made it for this particular thing. It's ready to go now.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. And what's really sucky about it is, someone like me comes along, never tasted it in my life before, so I've got nothing to compare it to, and I have the ruined product, and I go, the fuck, I just paid $35 for this.
Exactly. And that brings me to it's the best time that you've just brought that up, because what we're drinking at the moment is Temple Broad, which is preservative-free organic wine. Yeah. Okay. So, which is a whole nother podcast, that thing.
Smells good.
But I have to say that, these wines, preservative-free wines, are made to drink now. Yeah. They're not meant to really be cellared. They say they keep for 2 to 5 years. 2 years max. Really. And you can't pour them by the glass in a restaurant because they get oxidized as soon as you pour them. That's not going to be good tomorrow.
So that can't be a house wine. It has to be sold by the bottle.
My personal opinion, okay, and which is not necessarily the correct opinion by any means, because we're just having opinions, but I have to say my personal opinion is no. Yeah. Do not, because you could go tomorrow and try that tomorrow, and it's completely ruined. It just tastes. It's it's completely gone. Yeah.
Well, I love that idea because for me, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Same. I was always, TV and everything taught you that the oldest wine was best. So to be told right now that here's a wine that needs to be drank now.
Yeah.
And actually branded as such.
Yeah.
Preservative free. Like, this needs to be done right now.
Well, now and in the
That's a cool label too. That looks like $1 million.
Foreseeable future, in the foreseeable future, if not now, soon. Don't just like lay it down and come back to it. And it's like,
and think that in 100 years' time, it's going to be like an asset for your grandchildren.
Yeah.
Because it won't. It'll be vinegar.
Yeah, exactly. Like, drink it now. Exactly.
In your sexiest voice, could you read those 3 things that they want on this back?
Oh, this is gold. Actually,
it is, because there's three regions there. I think they list.
All right, so what is it? MSG. Okay, so the MSG code is actually 621. So MSG code. So this wine is TB 621. It's taking the piss because it's preservative-free organic wine. So it's taking the piss because it's actually a MSG, which is a Mataro Shiraz Grenache, which is 3 different grape varietals.
Clever.
So the Temple brewer, like David Brewer, the winemaker, he's a total card, and he's like this organic Nazi freak that was one of the guys that started the movement of organic culture here in Australia, Langhorne Creek. Yeah, just so where Adelaide is, probably about a couple of hours from Adelaide, Langhorne Creek. And so he's actually the biggest producer of organic and preservative-free wine here in Australia. So he's pretty cool, and he's an absolute card. Like, he's hilarious, and he runs around in his gumboots and like uses mushrooms and like for everything, and he's just super, super awesome. But I have to say, on a note, this may actually get me out of my job. I'm not sure.
Just don't tell him to listen.
Make
sure he doesn't listen.
I'm totally in the organic movement. I drive the organic movement. I love it. I think it's important that we know what we're eating and drinking. But preservative free, fuck man, you're gonna eat and drink more preservatives in a dried apricot than you are drinking a preservative free wine. It's a movement. It's an important movement. There is no preservatives in this wine. There is the natural preservative that occurs through the bottling process, but
there's no additives.
There's no additives whatsoever. So organic wine basically just means there's no chemicals put into the soil through the grape growing process whatsoever.
Okay. But so price-wise, is it like ridiculous expensive?
No,
or is
this is like $22. It's like $22.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable. But it's organic wines, you're always going to find that they're slightly more expensive for the quality that you're drinking. But
some people just love to do it.
They
just want to say that.
Overall.
Yeah.
But also, but I also find, because I've got a 25-year-old daughter, and I have found that...
Oh, wait, stop the press. 25-year-old daughter.
She's gorgeous.
Oh, my gosh. You look 31. I hate Japanese all of a sudden.
Oh,
my gosh. Are you serious?
Maltese does all right too.
21.
Well, let's all cuddle.
This girl looks like...
Let's all cuddle.
She's like maximum of 30 years old.
No. But anyway, she and I think she represents... probably not the majority, but a good portion or a good, sector of her generation. Mm-hmm. And they do. They
tattoos.
Want to.
Boyfriend with
tattoos. They've got tattoos.
Beard.
Yeah.
He's got a beard.
Yeah. But
totally
artistic.
Cool
music.
So they do
We're
that.
just laying it out there.
But they care about what they put inside their bodies.
Yeah. Exactly.
They really do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Which is important.
Yeah.
It's so important. I mean, that's the whole segment.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
No, and they do.
It's so different to when we grew up, I think.
Yeah, because we just
didn't give a shit.
Yeah, you just ate everything.
Drinking Powers because it was the new beer.
We tried LSD, cocaine, anything that would just, it's like,
couldn't afford that.
Smoking cigarettes or, anything.
The local lollies at the shop, they were from like the gummy, the Sharks, Buddy Bones, that we only know about now. It's awesome.
It's like MSG, bring that shit on.
No, you're right. Okay, so I like this guy.
Yeah. He's a cool guy.
I hate to bring up Pete all the time, but But that's the kind of stuff that Pete would get into.
Yeah.
Like preservative-free. Because I
They
understand.
make good wine.
And if you're in the land of branding,
Brewer.
you're in the land
Is
of
it a
branding
Shiraz
and
or
things.
one of the... what's
Oh, please.
It is
Just,
a Shiraz, because I thought...
could you say what's written right there and there and there for me?
Mataro Shiraz.
No, read
In
that
French.
stuff. Read that bit.
The French bit.
Mataro
Go.
Shiraz Grenache.
No, more. There's some funny stuff there. Ready?
Oh, I've got my contacts in. Wait a second.
Okay.
I can't even
Sorry,
see.
do you want me to do it?
It's not light enough.
Sorry to put you on the spot. Yeah, it is really dark in here.
Take him... Yeah.
I can't see.
All right, here we
It's
go.
too
I've got
dark.
Because I'm
better
blind.
light.
I'm
I
blind.
got better light here. Flavors of earth. Thyme, sage, 50-year-old vines, deep red sand over yellow clay, and limestone continental warm climate. But that's only in Mataro.
That's the first section, and there's three
and then
more.
you've got,
two more.
two more.
Yeah.
So the Shiraz, Eden Valley, flavors of cherry wine, pepper, plum, 20-year-old vines, light grey sandy loam, and some So what they're doing here is telling us where the grapes were describing.
Exactly.
So what are we
The
drinking
soil.
right now?
But that's what you can expect.
If you've got
to taste,
three, is
isn't
that
it?
all together? So they've mixed
That
three
is.
grapes.
Three grapes. Yeah. It's a blend.
So you can expect to taste what they're describing.
Yeah,
there.
because it's a soil. So remember
Angus
the
Plains.
regionality, when I talk about regionality before, it's a soil that imparts that character into the grape. So that's what the soil does.
Hey,
Google. How far away is Angus Plains, South Australia?
If you drive, Angus Plains is 1,972 kilometres away.
Hey Google, you're sexy.
You have very odd taste.
She's just a machine.
Hot machine.
Hey Google, what is TB621?
Sorry, I can't help with that yet, but my team's helping me learn.
Have you guys ever seen that movie?
Oh, okay. Hey
Ex
Google.
Machina?
Wait. Hey Google. Hey Google. Have you heard of Temple Brewer?
I'm not sure I have.
Hey Google, what is Temple Brewer?
According to Wikipedia, Temple Brewer preceptory is in a farmyard in the civil parish of Temple Brewer with Temple High Grange, North Casteven, Lincolnshire, England.
No.
No.
Incorrect.
Yeah, but-
Oh, maybe it is correct.
Yeah,
it's
but maybe
correct,
he
but
named
just
it
not
after
here.
that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, his last name's Brewer.
Yeah.
Maybe
Could've
in a
stayed.
couple
Hey,
of
Google.
years we'll ask.
Where does the name Nicole originate from?
Here's a summary from the website n.wikipedia.org.
How
the
bizarre.
given name Nicole is of Greek origin and means victory of the people.
Ooh.
Victory.
Feminine derivative of the masculine given name Nicholas. There are many variants. The surname Nicole originates in Netherlands, where it was notable for its various branches.
Thank you.
Interesting.
You're
We
a
did
champion.
that. Did we do that in our intro? We did. I think we did.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I think there is a. What does Rika?
Nicole
where
is
does Rika come
Greek.
from?
Okay.
How do you spell Nicole? Is it the normal-
Nicole?
So the
but people
normal-
can tend to spell it with a H, which is Nick Hole,
Yeah. It was
which is
Oh,
just
actually, yeah,
really,
yeah,
really
yeah.
strange.
awkward.
Yeah.
Have you ever Googled Nikki Knights? Which I
I
did
hate you
after
right
that.
now.
Google.
I fucking
Hey,
hate you right now.
Google.
Yeah.
Hey Google.
Oh my god. Nikki
Oh
Knights
my
is
God.
one of the most 80s porn stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With the super
what I'm
80s
saying,
short
right.
hair.
Is it the same night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy, do you hate your parents right now?
No. No.
You are. Oh wow. You know what?
People
Oh,
call me
no,
Nikki
shut me
or
up.
Nick, but my name is Nicole. But so I'm not that porn star. Thank gosh for that.
Sadly.
Yeah, I'm with you. If she.
Calm down,
Have
Rika.
another way.
Yeah, far out. All right,
No,
so,
I'm not. No, sorry, that came out wrong.
If you'll have
Is-
me.
No, Well, but if you were a porn star, you would be famous. Like, you are hot.
Yeah, half of me. When the Google search came out, I went, "Oh, please."
Be that Nicole Knights.